All right, hello all. I hope things are going well. Thought I'd break things up a little bit today and I'd introduce you to Chubbs. Hey, Chubbs, can you say hi? Anyways, here's Chubby Cheekers. He likes to spend a lot of time looking outside the window, but back to the sciencey stuff. Hoping to see you all back in a few days. All right, here, going back to the sciencey stuff. I hope things have been making sense so far. The say it with DNA, the stuff that kind of goes with that, how that is. Today's focus is more on mutations. So with this one here, the instructions are really going to be helpful. How is each sentence different from the original? Underline or circle where the difference arises. What kind of mutation would this be? I'm emphasizing that there's insertions, deletions, and substitutions. There's also two really helpful charts in the book that talk about like some of the chromosomal mutations and things like that. So check that out if you're not sure. There's a figure and there's a table. So we have our original sentence. Then each of these is a different mutation. So we can do number one together. Number one, so the original is the cat ran and the dog was red and the kid hid. So a pretty solid, interesting sentence. Number one here, the only difference I see is they spelled cat with a K. So let's see here. The cat ran and the dog was red and the kid hid. If you're reading it out loud, you don't even hear a difference. So for this one, I'm just going to say substitution. I mean, if you want to get technical, you could say, I want to say it's missense. Sorry, I get missense and nonsense switched. But you can say which one of those it is. But it really doesn't change the meaning of the sentence at all. So you'll go through that and you'll do that. So like this next one, the bat ran instead of the cat, the bat. So that's substitution, but like that does change the meaning. Okay, let's see here. Next page. Same kind of thing, but you need to go through... You need to divide it into 3-letter words. So you're going to eventually write out your sentence, okay? Some of these are going to look really weird. Like right here, letter B, you'll see what's happening. Still write it out in groups of 3, but your sentence will look kind of strange later. There's some questions at the end. All right, the DNA mysteries. This is something that I'm going to have you guys do. I have them on the next few pages. You'll find them posted in Canvas. But one of the ways that scientists, people use DNA in real life is by looking at the DNA profiles. Like if you watch any kind of crime drama and they talk about DNA, or any kind of paternity something or other talking about DNA, or I think like this could apply to my own life, like my kids being adopted. If we wanted to test or make sure, like, okay, who are their birth parents? Like the birth mother's pretty easy, but what if we wanted to know for sure who the birth father is? People in archaeology would use this. But it's just kind of a neat thing to look at in some of these samples of how would this actually work. So number one here, this solve the mystery. It's kind of a silly one, saying a blood stain and like, oh my word, who stole the cake? Like, you really wouldn't do a blood stain DNA analysis of someone who stole a cake. But to do this, you look at your sample. So this is my sample of the blood stain. Okay, I look who lines up the most. So everyone has this line in common. Okay, then I would go to the next one. All right, 3 of them have this one in common. Since Sue doesn't, it's not going to be Sue. All right, so we can eliminate her. Then this next line. Hey, only Sue and John have that one in common with the blood stain. But since Sue's already eliminated, our perpetrator here, our cake thief, is going to be John. So, and if you look at some of the other ones, I mean, John matches up perfectly with the rest of it too. So you're looking at the sample and then you're looking at which ones line up best with that. So that's what you are doing for the mutation practice. That's what you're doing for the DNA mysteries. Again, I hope to be back soon, and I hope things are going well. Send me an email if you have any questions, okay? Good night.